It is this on? Wait. Okay, this is on, I think. Okay, well, I'm gonna start playing with music first. Start seeing if people are gonna filter in, I guess. It's been some time. What's up? It's Nate. Also, here's a fucking song from a good friend of mine. Here we go. Elevator music. Hey, what's up? Is it good? Like the volume, is the volume good? Is it bad? Is it like high, low, or whatever? If people could let me know, that'd be great, because I don't fucking know, dude. I want to die. I lowered the volume a bit too much. Wait. Okay. Thanks, Anemia. Hey, what's up? Oh, God. Volume mixing is such a shit, dude. Why is it like this? Uh... Alright, actually, let me lower the volume in general for now. Not just Google Chrome, but everything. Alright. Yeah, I'm putting on this song, but like, oh, video quality is bugging? That sucks. I don't know how to fix that. It says it's good here, so I really don't know how to fix that. Anyways, let me just restart, cause this song's a fucking mood, dude. Lower, I am sorry. Yeah, fuck it, this is good. Let me know how the quality is, guys, cause it's been so long, dude. Nice. What the hell? Something's going up. Okay, bitrate seems to be pretty fucking bad. I'm gonna see if I can fix that somehow. I don't know how. How do I fix this, actually? Let's... How do I fix this? Nope, no, wait. I am sorry. Hello. Okay, oh yeah, nice song. It's a mood. It's about like getting a job and being an adult and having to pay taxes and shit, dude. Oh god. Okay, how the hell do I fix bitrate? Capitalism, oh yeah, dude. 100%. My god. Fuck. Oh, there we go, okay. So like, what is it? Is this better? This is better. Oh. Is it still streaming? Is it still streaming? Okay. I actually don't know what the fuck's going on at any time. I'm just kind of exist like this in utter confusion and utter and total confusion. I don't actually know what the fuck I'm doing. And if you think I know what I'm doing, it's, that's a mistake, dude. Okay, well, alright, so, this is good, right? Is this good? Yo, okay, Sloan. I don't know how to say the first one, so Sloan. How should I call you? Like, what name should I use for you? Like, what nickname or whatever? Alright, and I'm fucking putting this a bit back because good song. Oh. Sloan, what name do I use for you though? Nigma. I'll use Nigma because using my own band name, I mean, it's actually my alter's name. Using my alter's name on you, Sloan, is kind of awkward, you know, for me. Hey, what's up, Eyyy? Eyyy Miku? Hold up. Okay, I really don't know how to say things, and I am sorry. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Pronunciation, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, I guess. So yeah, I actually noticed you were a lot, Enigma. Yo, I noticed you were very active on my, like, Soundcloud and shit. That's cool, I guess? Are you okay? Is what I want to ask, basically, because if you have a hyperfixation on me, that probably means you're doing very poorly, mentally. That goes for the same for the rest of y'all. If you actively listen to me, there's probably something wrong with your personal life, and I am worried. So, dude. Yeah, I mean, Miku's like, you know. Yeah, Nigma, I figured. GG. Oh, Eyyy, cool. Thank you for fixing my pronunciation on that, because I don't... Names, dude. Hey, Lydia, what's up in chat? Eyyy, that's a loaded statement. You know that, right? That's, I sense the pain behind those words. God, okay. Yes. Man. Oh. I'm gonna put on more, like, work mode. Hey. Oh. Hey, what's up, Meadow? 62, huh? Huh. You're one of my older viewers, definitely. And thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate it, genuinely. I don't... okay, well... Now that the music's gone, I might as well start speaking, right? Because that's what the stream for is. Oh, the hyperfixations are with wreck hell? Insane. So I do want to talk about what's happened this year, kinda. Just because I've been dead, physically and mentally. Yeah, this year started out rough. You know, the economy. That's like the most fucking adult thing I could say, but it's literally the economy that's been, like, fucking me over for so many different reasons. I had to move to a different fucking country, dude. What the shit? Anyways, mentally though, I've been doing pretty well, all things considered. It's been a rough year, like a really fucking rough year. Again, yeah, economy. I've been going through like 12-hour shifts quite a bit over the last few months and last few weeks. It's just been rough because overwork, overtime. Not to mention it's not exactly paid overtime. Capitalism. I'm joking. It's my company honestly is pretty good. I am doing pretty well here. At the same time, I'm in Japan, so how well can I do, you know? Yeah, I mean, if there's anything you want to ask me about my personal life, I guess I could answer to a certain degree. Yeah, dude, working is I like working. I honestly do like working. I like being in the company. I like doing the white collar shit job that I do. Hey, Liquid! If you're seeing the expression I'm making, it's because I'm trying to not do something. Anyways, yeah, no, so like, I've been kind of struggling a bit in that sense. Just too much work, too little fucking time. That's the reason why I haven't been able to make music, cause, yeah, dude, it's, my body is kind of still recovering from the 12-hour shifts that I've relentlessly put myself through for the last 2 months. Um, yeah, stress is a bitch. PTSD is also a bitch. I will swear in this YouTube stream because I do not care at this point, and I'm not gonna be monetized anyways. Also, yeah, I got paid. Yeah, look what it is. Question. How do you all feel about Introjects of your songs or albums, etc.? So, that's an interesting question, actually. Considering I've never... Well, you know I'm not really mainstream, right? I don't really want to get popular either. That's... Yeah. There's a reason why I don't want to get popular, and a huge reason is because I find it hard to cope when people look up to me a bit, if that makes sense. Uh, it's a personal thing, for sure, and I'm not honestly sure how I feel about it, about Introjects, but I really do think that it doesn't matter where the Introject comes from, it's still your alter. Because, you know, that's a part of you at this point. An Introject is just... It's an alter. An Introject is an alter. Like, an alter is very, like, personal to your own situation. So there's probably something in that song, I guess, or album or whatever, that you saw or heard and that resonated with you that deeply to make an Introject alter of my music. And I respect that, honestly. If that's what gets you going, yeah, dude, all the power to you. Just know that I do think it's kind of unhealthy sometimes. Introjects very much so are, you know, the epitome of obsession, in my honest opinion. And it's not healthy for you. So I will be worried about you if you have an Introject of my, like, music, because my music is kind of fucked up. You know this. If you listen to my music, you know this. Just wanted to ask before anyone talked, since we have a few Introjects and you're talking to one. Oh, that's valid. I mean, I honestly, it's nothing to me. Like, you're your own person. If you have an Introject, then, no. Again, all the power to you. It's not my decision to say anything, really. One thing oh, hey. Wait. Let me just, actually, I've been noticing some, like, background noise. I'm gonna bring up the noise suppression before I answer any more comments. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on at most times. Let's see. Can y'all still hear me? Alright, no, actually, I'm gonna do this. Alright, this sounds better? This probably sounds better. Okay, cool. Let me just, close this and, do this thing. Alright. Okay, your music is relatable. Hey, thanks, Eli. Sorry, Eyyy, fuck. God, I am so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce shit. I haven't been using English for a lot of my personal life, actually. I've been using mostly Japanese for work because I'm in Japan. Good shit. Anyways, thanks for saying my music's relatable. I completely forgot to answer the question. What the fuck? Anyways, Liquid. I think that for a young person, introjection allows for the creation of personality, like a foundation idea taken from another person. What matters is that it doesn't become your life. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what I want to say. It's like, again, as long as it's not your entire life, you know? As long as my music is not your entire life, I'm completely fine with that. Go fucking ham, dude. The issue is when it becomes an obsession to the point that it stops you from living your daily life. That's something I'd rather avoid. In, like, in the sense that Well, there's the issue of stalkers, but I don't exactly use social media anyways. Just it's just like as long as it doesn't interfere with your life, if you can enjoy my music to a point that it doesn't become your entire identity and your entire life, then I'm fine with it. Go ahead, quite literally. Okay, there's so many comments. Okay, Nigma. The music is fucked up, but it helps and brings comfort to us. Yeah, that's good. That's great. If that's yeah, if it brings comfort to you guys, by all fucking means, go. Just go, dude. Anemia, we hear you. Yeah. Eyyy, I found out very quickly my name is hard to pronounce since it's Sek. Ah, Czechoslovakia, dude. That's cool, dude. I've my I don't know if I should say this. Like my family has friends in Czechoslovakia, so it's pretty neat to like know that there's people from the Balkans just looking at us. I mean, me, I guess me in a sense. It's cool, cool shit. Does not stop us, so I guess it's good. Yeah, that's valid, Enigma. Oh, I am like, dude, my back's cracking like there's no tomorrow. It's God. Hey, Enigma, you're from Germany? Huh. Interesting, because ich kann ein bisschen sprechen? Deutsch. Ah, fuck. Look, okay. I fucking mistake German for Dutch all the time. I knew a little bit of Dutch. I don't really use it anymore. German I know more of because I went to a German school. But again, I don't know German anymore, dude. I don't know how to fucking pronounce shit. Ich Ambition. I don't understand a lot, dude. Just a little bit. Oh, Eyyy, I am so sorry. It's not Czechoslovakia. I'm so fucking sorry, dude. If it was insensitive, I'm sorry. I, yeah, I called it Checo. Sorry, sorry, but like I didn't know it didn't exist at this point. I'm sorry. Anyways, speaking of like political shit and like countries and stuff, yeah, I did move this year, like a different country. So I was originally based in Japan, anyways. Like I'm Japanese. Okay, Nigma. I'm sorry. Nigma, define the difference between das, der, and die. How about no? Though, if you want to ask the difference, it's das is neutral, der is masculine, die is feminine. Anyways, Eyyy, yeah, thank you. Thank you for appreciating it. I am sorry. Yeah, speaking of like moving countries, right? I did move countries. I was based in Japan anyways. I'm based in like Philippines, Japan, I guess, most of the time. I'm based in Asia, at least. But I actually, yeah, Enigma, I know, it is just the, but it's like, there's different these, that's weird. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, I moved from Canada to Japan. Reason why I was in Canada the first place is because, lots of reasons, mostly, to escape being in Japan, which is ironic because I am now in Japan. Well, that's fine, honestly. I do think that I've gotten through strides in my recovery, if that makes sense. Like, I've gotten a lot better in terms of like my mental health and mental issues. I did want to touch on that subject because this channel has been a part of that journey, if that makes sense. Um, so I started this channel and I started music in general because I was yeah, I was struggling. As you know, I started this channel because I was struggling. Quite obviously, and this channel's just the struggle channel TM, if that makes sense. It's basically my journey of like recovery. Or not even recovery, it's just my journey of like poor mental health at this point, bro. Like because of that, I do have to say that because I'm getting better, the things I'm going to write about will be a bit different. And there's not really any going past that or denying that at this point. It's this is a very personal channel to me, and music is a very personal thing to me. I'd say more so than for most people, if that makes sense, because music is kind of a special thing to me. That oh, I fucking said already, but yeah, it's a special thing to me, and I want to keep making music, and I want to keep making music that's important to me. That's the reason why I started this channel. That's the reason why I continue this channel, because it acts as a thing, to prove to myself that hey, I'm still here. Like I'm thinking things. I'm actually doing shit, and I know from a fact that my memory is complete and utter fucking it's shit, and it is non-existent. I have a goldfish memory brain, dude, and like putting these records out there, putting like physical evidence that I existed at one point in time and I was thinking certain things and like doing certain actions because I thought it was the right thing to do. It kind of affirms the way I live, I guess. But that's the reason why this channel will stay up. And I don't think it'll ever really go away. Not to mention, I don't really want to move channels anymore. Like last time I did move channels from like the Shoes channel to this channel. Oh, that was a pain in the ass, man. Like I like looking at comments. Like looking at the way people react to my music. And it's rough to again not have access to that. And it's also rough to like not be known for the things you don't not be known for the things you want to be known for and being known for the things you don't want to be known for. It was one of the reasons why I decided to start fresh, and this channel for me has been starting fresh. But I think now that I have a more stable sense of identity, if that makes sense, I don't feel the need to move around that much. So again, I'll be continuing making music. Good shit. And again, my music might be a bit different from now on. Who knows? I grow as a person. My music grows as a person. Well, it doesn't grow as a person. It grows as a music, I guess. But yeah, cool. Yeah. Thanks, Anemia. And okay, I didn't see the chat, and I'm looking at the chat now, and Miku just saying, I'm sorry, Eyyy. I am so sorry, dude. Eyyy just saying, with gender languages, you end up with conversations like, what gender is dishwasher? Yeah, I mean, you're right, though. You're actually right, though, because, Japanese is a very gender-neutral language. We don't even use the that much. So, like, going into any, like, European language and being like, yo, this cat has a gender that is not its gender. Like, what's it? It's a die Katzen or something, right? In German. And die Katzen's like feminine, even though the cat's a guy. Like, what does that make sense? And der Hund or something. Like, why? Why are like dogs masculine and cats feminine? What happened to like get that out of this, Anyways. Thanks, Anemia. I really do appreciate the support that y'all have given me, and I'm specifically talking about y'all, Anemia. The Katse. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, there are lots of people who followed me from the very beginning, and it's I'm not really good at expressing gratitude. I'm not really good at expressing a lot of emotion still, but I'm getting there. Like if you compare me to like my last few streams, probably I think I've grown as a person. I'd like to think, you know. So, and I think I've become more comfortable just speaking in general and like actually being open and true about shit. So, good shit. Ah. Eyyy, hey, you calling me Miku is fine. Many people do that. Better than a streamer calling me Emil. How does that happen? That's like dyslexic at that point. Oh, Liquid, thank you. I am trying to not say things that I would usually say for the sake of like, what do you say it? Like I don't really want to treat people. I know some of you better than others of you in this chat, but I don't really want to treat anyone specifically special, if that makes sense, just because, being nice. Being a decent person, treating people equally is like a value or a virtue or whatever. Good shit. Though, Liquid, thank you. Ellie, wait, one thing I wanted to ask you, Ellie, why is your like profile like the Android logo? Like the Android bot, whatever. It's cute, yes. At the same time, like why? Anyway, sorry. Nigma. Another question, disregarding the hardships of the songs made in the past, what was one of your personal favorite songs, like beat and lyrics? Good question. Actually, if you were gonna go through that, one of my favorite songs that I've made in the past, I might as well bring up like my catalog of old songs because it's kind of become a staple for my live streams at this point. I just kind of go. So let's go. All right. So my feed on SoundCloud. Again, because I don't do music for like profit or whatever, it's all up free. My music is generally up in a place that you can see it for free. Just because I get money, I have a job. It's fine. I'm not starving for money or whatever. So, there's oh yeah. Also, I did want to mention that I've got this playlist of like free beats. So if you want to start making music, I know for a fact that when I started this channel, yeah, forgot it's, I forgot the shack. Anyways, when I started this channel, right, I actually had like a, the fuck is this? Oh, sorry, it's OBS. Okay, so like yeah, fuck. Brain work. When I started this channel, right, I used like instrumentals from another artist called Josh Woodward. At the time, it was like the best I thought I could do. Reason being was because I wasn't really good at making music at the time, or so I felt. I do look down on myself quite a bit, so it's probably not the truth. But I did think I wasn't good enough to make music. But good enough to write lyrics, or not like desperate enough to write lyrics is the better way to say it. Because again, those songs started out with me not being able to say not being able to say anything to anyone. Those were words I had to like keep in myself, and if I didn't release them in some at some point in some like way, it would like implode in me or make me implode. So yeah. So because of that, I've always had this huge fascination with like copyright free music. And because of that, I am releasing beats for free. So in this playlist, I mean it is just fucking linked in my what the fuck? It's linked in my description. My SoundCloud is linked in my description. So I'm actually just gonna post it. I might as well pin it to the top of my profile so that people can see it. But it's basically just use it for free, just credit me. That's pretty much it. Edit spotlight, free beats. This goes in the bottom. Ah, fuck it. You're good. Pieces we leave behind. You did a good job. Okay. Anyway, spotlight free beats will just be stuck on there, I guess. You could download it, do whatever you want with it. Yeah, Nemo, yeah, go ahead. You could use those beats if you want to. Like again, you really don't need to ask me for it. Okay. If you want to know how to download SoundCloud beats, like just fucking go to the track, right? I don't know why I'm like everyone knows how to use the internet, but still. Like it's kind of weird here. So if you just go to more and then there's a download file button, just download that file and use it for whatever. As long as you credit me, I really don't care. Go ahead. Uh, so Nigma, your personal favorite song is Okaeri? Okay. I mean, interesting. Wait, the reason why I say that's interesting, right, is because Okaeri is a half Japanese song, right? It's one of my rare Japanese songs. Eh, and like, because it's a Japanese song, like, I'm personally really glad that Steam, just okay, yeah. First of all, Steam. When I say Steam, I mean Steampianist. I just don't use his full name at this point because it's long, and I usually call him by something else, anyways. And that's probably not a word I should use in front of a YouTube live stream. Yeah. Well, anyways, Okay, so yeah, Steam actually reposted Okaeri, and because of that, I guess it got a lot of plays. Yeah, it got a lot of plays, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like it's also quote unquote a remix. So Okaeri is actually based on this old folk song, right, in Japan. That's what do you call it? It's a Torianse song. I don't know how to out Torianse. What? Okay, it's this old song that goes like Torianse Torianse. Yeah, anyways, yeah, fuck, you get it, right? It's a go home, go the fuck home song. It's like a song that you sing to kids, and in general, when like shops are closing and you want people to go the fuck home, that's when you play this song. It's like a BGM, it's like a jingle or whatever, right? So it's pretty much a go home song, and I just kind of use those lyrics of the go home song as like a remix, I guess, in this case. And this actually has a I'm not sure if this has a bigger, like, more lyrics than most, because most people only use the Torianse part, but I do think there's, like, several parts in the chorus or whatever. Okaeri is very much so again, because of that theme, because of the folklore, go home message, Okaeri is about getting home, and in this case, not being able to get home. So I do find it interesting that you like that song, Okaeri, because it's, yeah, personal to me, I guess. It's also highly Japanese. Like, I need context to explain the song, like I just did. So I guess we're playing it. Let's go. If anyone like wants to ask me any more questions or like wants me to play songs from my own catalog, sure. Playing from other people's catalog is a bit rough for me, unless I know them and I know that they won't have a problem with it. Steam probably won't have a problem with it. Go listen to his new fucking shit, dude. He actually released a lot of stuff. Okay.
せとりゃんせここはどこの細道じゃ天神様の細道じゃじっと通してくだしゃんせ御用のないもの通しゃせぬこの子の七つの祝いにお札を納めに参ります
Oh well, I guess I'm gonna speak, I guess, cause you've memorized the song Enigma? That's kind of insane. It's in 2 languages. That's kind of insane. Yo, that's insane, dude. Anyways, I'm gonna speak, I guess, cause like, oh, also let me know if the music is too loud. If the music's too loud, just like type it in chat, cause I actually don't know what the volume is like at the moment. I do want to say that, what was I gonna say? Wait, what was I gonna say? I was, oh, yeah, I was answering your question. I'm sorry. Okay, so Enigma, how would you recommend a small song artist begin singing for their songs? It depends on what step you're on. Like, do you have a mic, first of all? Do you have, like, a program for it? Because if you're gonna start from that point, right? Like, getting a mic, getting a program, it also depends on what you have as equipment. You could start with a laptop, quite literally. Most new laptops actually have pretty decent mics, surprisingly. It's just they don't record your singing voice that well, sometimes. I know for, like, this current laptop I do have, it's, the current laptop I do have, I was able to record the song on it. What's it? Ghosts. I see Ghosts in My Shadow. I keep forgetting my own song titles, but I see Ghosts in My Shadow. it's actually recorded on my like vanilla laptop mic because I didn't have a mic at the time, and honestly, it's pretty good. Like, it's not bad. The recording itself is not pretty fucking good. Yeah, and okay. So Enigma, no program. If you want to like just do cover songs, right? Then personally, I do recommend FL Studio because I recommend FL Studio for everyone. But that's more for like making your own tracks. And if you want to like, okay, so there's two tiers to FL Studio, which is the 3D edition and the producer edition and the extra edition that no one cares about. I'm sorry FL Studio, but anyways, there's the Fruity edition, Fruity Loops edition, and the producer edition. The Fruity Loops edition is good for making like instrumentals, but you cannot record your own vocals on it. Reason being is that they don't allow you to put wave files in there. That's the ploy. That's how they get your money. But so you have to buy the producer edition to actually mix vocals or mix any sort of wave file in FL Studio. So that's expensive. My main point being is that there are free like software to just record music, and in this case, record covers. A good free alternative is just Audacity, yeah. So Audacity, the free audio editor recorder. Yeah, anyways, this one, right? So this is completely free. Not to mention it's also like open source. So yeah, just record anything, quite literally. Yeah, just use Audacity. Audacity's good. Oh wait, don't autoplay, please, my god. Okay. Yeah, no, Audacity's good. Just use if you're thinking of making okay. Remixes are a bit difficult. Especially if you don't have a DAW. DAW being things like FL Studio. There are others. And I used to like recommend a lot of free DAWs, but it's not really worth it. The reason why I say it's not worth it is because it's not worth it because it's when you get free DAWs, they're usually not great quality. Not to mention they're extremely hard to use. So, hey, Chaos Works, what's up? I'm not sure if I can call you by your other name. I'm probably gonna lay it off on that. I'm just gonna use your YouTube name for now, but Chaos Works, what's up, bro? Also, Eyyy, my favorite music is Teach Me How. Others that I like are Dream of Violence, Domestic Violence, and Choose Violence. Oh, that's a lot of violence. Oh, Senbon Sakura. I have my own thoughts on Senbon Sakura as a Japanese person, but yeah, cool. Yeah, remixing, back to my point, remixing is kind of difficult. Unless you have a DAW for various reasons. Covers are easy to make. Remixes are arguably much harder. Especially if you're gonna do a rearrangement, any sort of like, remix, whatever, you're gonna actually have to get a DAW, and at this point, if you're gonna spend money on music anyways, starting with covers is free. Like, for sure. Starting with covers, you can just use Audacity for that. Though, if you're actually going to do music, get FL Studio. Don't cheap out like I did at the very beginning, because that's pain. Like, that is actually pain. Like, DAWs, get a good one from the get-go. Get a good one if you're gonna start music in DAWs. And it doesn't matter if it's the producer edition or the Fruity Loops edition. If you want to start a bit cheaper, I recommend you going for the Fruity Loops edition first anyways. But if you're gonna record your vocals over it, or any vocals over it, producer edition. Either way though, there is like a free trial. So to like, figure out what you want to do in FL Studio first, you can just, fuck around with it. Hey, Eyyy. Yeah, if it's almost 2 a.m, you should sleep. Good night. Oh, cool. Yeah, so, if you're gonna do the music production and you're going to do music production and go hard on it, that's when I recommend you get the producer edition. Again, though, just be careful with your purchases, because you might use it, you might not use it, and it is pretty expensive. Though I also do recommend it because it's got lifetime free updates. Good shit. Chaosworks, it's been forever. Glad to see the streams again. I don't quite get music stuff, but we love passionate rambles. Yes, Chaosworks. Thank you. I'm sorry if I ramble on. It's because I'm hyper focused and I'm autistic. So it's a hyperfixation for me. Music has always been a hyperfixation for me, and I also love passionate rambles. I love it when people just go off, especially when they're angry. It's kind of entertaining. It's very entertaining for me. I just like most of the things I listen to on YouTube nowadays are just angry people saying angry shit for like hours. That's it. That's the content I consume on YouTube. It's funny. Oh yeah, yeah. Yo, Liquid, that's actually really good advice. So, Liquid's saying that Humble Bundle still has a Fruity Edition available on there for 35 USD. It comes with some other pack stuff. That's a very good, yeah, that's a very good fucking deal. The Fruity Edition, I believe, is like at least 70 when I last remembered. It's probably more expensive at the moment because they've updated their stuff. But if you have a Fruity Edition, again, because it's lifetime free updates, you can also upgrade from that. It's not cheaper in the long run, but it is cheaper from the get-go. As a German, my only struggle with US money is the fact they have taxes. Oh, shit. Okay, Liquid. Liquid's saying that the offer ends in like 18 hours, so if you want, to get FL Studio Fruity Loops, the Fruity Loops edition for cheap, get it. Humble Bundle. It also helps charity. Good shit. Actually, yeah, just fucking go, dude, go. It ends in 18 hours. Might as well. As a German, my only struggle with US money is the fact they have taxes. Is there no taxes in Germany? That's a stupid question. I know there is taxes in Germany. There probably is more taxes in Germany than in like the US. At the same time though, the US has like hidden taxes, if that makes sense. Oh, yo ho ho. I can't say it. I can't say it. I want to say it, but I will be put on a list because I am in Japan and they take copyright very seriously here. Not to mention there is this thing called the FL Studio Mafia. I'm letting you know this you know, right from the get-go. The FL Studio Mafia is a real thing. Yeah, don't fuck with them. As in like you could yo ho ho all you want, but at the moment you yo ho ho that on like online anywhere and the FL Studio team find out you're in deep shit. Anyways, good luck. Nigma, none my family had. I guess. There's like tax brackets for like different types of tax brackets. Wow, very helpful. Anyways, tax brackets for different tax brackets. The economy's a shit hole at the moment in the entire world. I am 27 and I am going through it. Yo. I could talk about depressing shit if I want to, probably. Yes, Liquid, exactly. But I could like talk about the financial issues I've been going through, but that's not really interesting. Not to mention, it's not really relevant to my mental health, if that makes sense. Surprisingly enough, I'm thriving. I'm like a fucking cockroach, dude. I'm tough as shit in that regard. Yeah, Nigma, I understand that. Um, being in Canada, right, and medical care, was a huge issue for a different reason. The issue being that medical care is free at the same time that doesn't exist. As in, like, it's free, so everyone uses it, so there's no resources to go around. And guess who was in Canada during the fucking plague? It was the plague for 3 years. So yeah, fun times. Yeah, that was a wild 2020 or start to 2020. It was also my first year as like a wage cuck. Am I allowed to say this on YouTube? I'm probably gonna get. Well, I don't care if I get demonetized. I'm not monetizing this anyway, so I guess that's fine. I'm a wage cuck. Also, uh, speaking of, the plague's crazy. Yeah, the plague is crazy, dude. Why? I'm sorry if I'm like talking a lot. The whole point of this stream was to like update you guys. I guess I'm updating you guys by fucking around. Again, accurate to the description, I guess. Approximately 80% fucking around, 20% finding out. Anyways, plague, right? Plague times. We're in plague times. You know when the Romans said, "I hope you go through interesting times" as an insult? I understand that. That's a pretty grave insult. Jesus. I wonder when the Roman Empire was falling. What did the people like? What did the normal people think? Like, what were they like? Yo, what the fuck's going on? Or were they thinking like us? Were they thinking like, is our economy is now in shambles? I wonder, you know, I wonder what the average person was thinking during those times, because it does feel like the fall of the Roman Empire levels of bullshit going on everywhere at the moment. But who knows? All we know is that the world is dying and we're at fault and we're not doing anything about it. So shit, cool, I guess. Also, I'm sorry if I like cringe and like try to adjust myself. It's because uh if I like cringe and try to adjust myself, it's because my back is in pain. Yeah, 12-hour work shifts will do that to you. Don't do it, kids. I am almost 30 years old and I should not have this much body pain. Yeah, Chaos works for real, dude. Oh my god. I I'm getting old. I take pride in getting old, honestly. I'd rather get old than not get old, if you get what I mean. Um, yeah, I've been spending too much time thinking about not getting old for like most of my life. That actually getting old is like a refreshing idea at this point. It's still really scary though. Honestly, continuing to live and continuing to survive in a world that's like whatever the fuck this is scarier than just, you know, straight up killing myself. So yeah. Oh yeah. Enigma, bro, I had an assignment over the Roman Empire. There was this one meme going on, right, about asking guys if they knew much about the Roman Empire. How frequently do you think about the Roman Empire? And like I found that really funny, right? Because I think about the Roman Empire sometimes. It's just funny, dude. I think about history quite a lot. I I might have said this before somewhere. I'm kind of like a history nerd, if that makes sense. Like, you know how like there's a lot of different types of autistic hyperfixations? One of my autistic hyperfixations is quite literally war. Not to mention like World War and not World War. Well, yeah, World Wars, the World Wars and like general like history shit. I'm a history buff. So, yeah, dude. Prussia. We've mainly just been lurking, but I've been reminded of the time we hyperfixated on the entirety of the Roman Republic and watched like several days worth of videos on. Yes, dude. Dude, like that hyperfixating on the Roman Republic is kind of real, dude. Like I can't believe it was like big enough to become a trend on online that it's that common to be hyperfixated on the Roman Empire. It's kind of funny, honestly. It's the most random shit, you know, to be hyperfixated on the Roman Empire. It's pretty common, surprisingly, I guess. That's funny. Chaos works. The world is an ongoing system. You must imagine Sisyphus happy. I mean, Sisyphus. I mean, yeah, no, Sisyphus is actually, that's a punishment. You know, that's a punishment, right? Because Sisyphus did, like, cheat death. It was generally a scummy person. So he shouldn't be happy. It's a punishment. Though, oh, wait, I do want to show you this funny fucking meme. I'm sorry. Here we go. I guess I'm a degenerate. I'm sorry. Also, if you see me, like, use, um, if you see me use, fucking YouTube Red or Premium or whatever, it's because I am an adult and I have money to burn and fuck YouTube. um, yes. I am sorry. I'm sorry I have to, like, expose you to my shitty humor, but here we go.
What's up, guys? Today we're making another attempt at getting Boulder to 100% of Summit. My current record is 98%, but I've come up with a new strategy that might get us... Wow, Magnus just donated 53 subs. Can we get some laurels in the chat for Magnus?
Stupid, but I love these memes. Bro. 50 laurels in the chat. Okay, anyways. Prussia, I hear Sisyphus and I'm just reminded of Ultra Kill and how hard of a boss I was. Dude, actually, I do follow one of the voice actors of Ultra Kill. Gianni Martri something. Martrigano. He makes good memes, dude. He doesn't make good memes. He voices good memes. Sisyphus Sisyphus actually a boss in Ultra Kill? I didn't know that. Interesting. Anyways. Yeah, Gianni, he voices Gabriel. Yes, dude. Okay. Okay, dude, I want to make this like a meme stream. At the same time, I don't want to expose you guys to, whatever shit I'm looking at. And the shit I'm looking at is very much, degenerate core. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You can see from my, recommended, it's, stupid. It's quite literally stupid. And anyways, Sisyphus Prime, hardest boss in the game right now. Sisyphus Prime? I mean, Sisyphus Prime feels like one of those Evangelion robots. Wait, no, that's not it. Gundam, more like that. Sisyphus Prime sounds like a Gundam robot. Anyways, speaking of games, I'm in love with Lies of P. I've heard it was a good game. It's a Souls-like, right? Okay, yeah, no, I have a spending issue when it comes to Steam games. Uh, an actual spending issue, dude. I collect games and then I don't play them. My library is full of shit I have never touched, just gathering dust, gathering dust, like virtual dust, because I guess I'm trying to play through games, right? And my current favorite game at the moment that I've been playing through for the past year is Persona 4 Golden. Good fucking game. First of all, good fucking game. Second of all, I relate with one of the characters a bit too fucking much. Uh, I mean, yeah, I relate with one of the characters a bit too much. I'm not gonna say which character. It just, I guess, when I was a teenager, right? There's this one character I acted a lot like, and that character, looks a lot like me, actually. Like, unironically, looks and acts exactly like how I did. Taking things way too fucking seriously, and just being completely inept at social situations. Because they're blunt. And I understand that. I understand that. I also understand that they're a fucking smartass, and I want to strangle their neck sometimes because they act like me, and I want to strangle my neck. So, that's how logic works. Anyways, what am I looking at? I actually don't know what I'm looking at half the time. Audacity. Oh, what's the? I'm sorry. This is a good fucking meme. You're getting exposed to this. Fuck y'all. Yeah. That's that's real, dude. Music production. Hey, Enigma. Oasis system? Wait, are you Nigma? Are you Sloan Nigma? Same Nigma or a different Nigma? Um, memes. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore at this point. I'm kind of scatterbrained, I think. When I started like 55 minutes ago, I guess. Hey, nice. Nice. What's up? Okay, yeah, if I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking at this point. Nice, Nigma. Oh. I could like plug people, I guess, because this person nonsense makes really fucking good music. Um, they're a Vocaloid person. But dude, look at their art. It's so fucking good. I want to play their music. At the same time, I don't know if they'd appreciate that. So again, I'm not sure if I should. So I probably shouldn't. Yeah, no. I used to do Vocaloid actually. I wonder if y'all know about my Vocaloid songs. It's on like my old channel, my old SoundCloud mostly. But I did used to make Vocaloid songs. That's kind of where I met Steam. Let's see. There's some songs I have. Oh, there is this one song from my old SoundCloud channel, if that makes sense. It was one of my favorite songs at the time. It's just I never published it anywhere because it was supposed to be an album special. But it's this song called Nostalgia Alien. I'm gonna raise up the volume on this actually, and did you guys know you have a Vocaloid wiki page? Yes, I think. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I've seen it once or twice, I guess. Oh yeah, I did see it, but like every time I see it, they're changing my gender, which is interesting. I don't know what to think about that, I guess, but like they're changing my like it was at first it was a they them, and then it was a she her, and then it was a he him, and it was a she her. I don't really know. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna play this and like show the lyrics. I'm also gonna raise the volume and mute myself because yeah, why not? All right.
Here you are at the start, a running train, a broken heart, watching life as the strife strikes to you like a dart. Then you go at it again, see your life pass in the rain as it falls to the ground like your life gone down the drain. You remember the past, time eats you up so fast. You were a child, now the time has come and gone for that. You look up to the skies, the clouds are up so high, wishing that you could go back for just one last time. Wishing that you could go back for just one last time.
Oh, alien, why must you always die? You must be lonely if they're living life up so high. Above the world looking down, you never denied that in your planet you're the only one who survived. Oh, alien, why must you always cry? You have no home to return to and no friends for support. But it's their fault for not opening the gates of yours. Yeah, it's their fault for not opening the gates of yours.
Now you were never that kid, the one with spotlights on him, but you were happy enough not to care about that shit. But when you grew older, the world just grew colder, and kids like you would grow up to become pig fodder. And heroes came and went, your interest in them spent. You never knew what it's like to feel what special meant. You were always the alien looking in from outside, wondering how it felt like to live a life in their hides without having to falter. You never knew what that's like, so you hid in your spaceship way up high in the skies. But you got kicked in the ass by what you did to yourself, the lonely childhood toys that you hid deep in your shelf. Why would you ever go back? You did nothing for yourself. You brought yourself in this mess to make up for it in hell.
Oh, alien, what will you do this time? Dare you forgive yourself or deny your very life? One day the time will come when you got to make up your mind, and by that time you'll be living your own life. Nostalgic alien, you never knew why the greatest people never held up their heads high. You were born a diamond, always sitting in the rough. The greatest people are just people who's got it tough.
Where that train is dragging you, it's going straight to hell, leading you to your demise with just your soul to sell. And when the deal is over and all the passengers gone, you will be out in the open singing one last song. But you got time to get off, walk away one last time before depression devours you and death claims your prime. So look yourself in the window and think a little bit more. The world's a wider place than you ever thought before.
Here you are at the start. 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 Here you.
Hey, fun fact about that song, right? The last bit, it doesn't sound like it, but the last bit is supposed to be like footsteps getting faster. There is no actual ending to the song, but in my mind, I do think that the fucking kid I was talking about, or whatever person, the person I was talking about, runs from the train that's gonna drag his life down. I've maybe said this to some people, but this song is about having your life on rails and not liking where it's going. And whole part of the whole part of the message, I guess, is that you can change directions if you want to. You can do a complete 180 if you fucking wanted to. You could. It is your choice. But it's like feeling like your life's on a train, on a train that's going a certain direction, and even if you know that certain direction is off a fucking cliff, still staying on that train, despite no one else being there. And that's not a life I want to live, personally. I don't think it's life most people want to live, so, I, in my head, the meaning of this nostalgia alien bit was, of course, being an alien, and just, not understanding what people go through. At the same time, it's also about feeling like an alien and not changing anything, if that makes sense. Because you can change yourself. You can change yourself. And sometimes you will have to. At some point, you'll have to, like, question your motives, question what you did, and be like, hey, that's kind of fucked up, Take responsibility for it. It is your life. You can live it the way you want to. Anyways. I wonder if there's any older songs that I don't really... I know a lot of... Funny enough, right? I remember doing a stream like this in the past when I was like 5 years into making music. 5 years into making music, and it's been a long time since like 5 years. My music has gotten a lot better. Good shit. But at the same time, like, I have a lot of old Vocaloid songs I never really talked about. Like, things I worked on with other people. Oh, dude. One thing I worked on with other people that I really, really fucking still appreciate to this day is, how do I explain it? So there's a himbo. I mean, I'm skipping a few steps. There's a himbo Vocaloid called Big Al, my favorite motherfucker in the whole universe. Big Al, just this big dude. Literally, he's a big zombie dude. I don't even know. Frankenstein's monster-esque kind of guy. Anyways, he's my favorite Vocaloid. I'm not... If you had asked me before, my favorite Vocaloid would have been Oliver. My favorite Vocaloid is now no longer Oliver. It is Big Al, because Big Al... I want to say he fucks, but that's... Big Al. Good shit. He's got a good voice, dude. He's got a good voice. I made a whole ass album with him, and I've joined like 2 anniversary albums. Yeah, Dopamine Machine. That's by Fairy, right? Fairy's also a really good creator. I don't know if they would, appreciate me showing their music in stream, so I won't. Oh, yeah, I won't. But Fairy's a good creator, dude. Fairy's got like a huge long-running series where they make, it's a story, right? With like, they do the music video, the music, everything, the lyrics, everything, dude. And that's kind of insane. That's a lot of, gumption. I respect that. Anyways, yeah, Dopamine Machine was also in that anniversary album. So it's the Big Al anniversary? It's like the 10th year of that Vocaloid existing. Big Al anniversary album Bandcamp, I guess. Is it the Big Alliance? Yes, it's this one. Yo, this is such a cool concept too, just for the sake of that. They basically, what happened here was that they gathered a bunch of different artists, and like a bunch of not only just like music artists, but like also like artists, like illustration artists, and they just made these banger ass art like for just this Vocaloid. It's Big Al Fest. It's good shit. I really do like this album because the music here is actually banger, dude, honestly. Like, Royalty, Dopamine Machine, Myriad, they're all really good albums. I mean, albums. They're all really good songs. And yeah, this is mine, the Alibi. It's why'd they put this? Okay, well, I guess I didn't take it out from the lyrics. Anyways, the one that I contributed to this album was this song called The Alibi, which was again like a story-based song. It was a Okay, I have to give further context to this. It's a series of songs that I was gonna make about this, Vocaloid kid called Oliver and his shenanigans. His shenanigans include murder, as we do here. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I have to show you the pretext. So basically, this song is based on this other song that I made before. So Big Al, The Alibi, is it's connected to this other story that I made before, right? Anyways, yeah, here's the Big Al album. Big album. I love how my sense of humor never changes, and that's beautiful, honestly. But yeah, anyways, big album is the big yeah, there we go. The big album is based this specific song. Fuck. That's not the name of the song. This specific song is based after this one song that I made in the past, called, I think it's my popular tracks. Yeah, To Be Human. So this is actually based on the same story and same world setting, I guess. Like it's about. I mean, I guess you could try to guess the story from the lyrics. It's about this kid who gets abused and then gets fed up and then kills his abuser, and then Big Al basically like gets caught for it. As in, Big Al kind of sacrifices himself. So it's set in the perspective of the abused kid, and then Big Al who took his, guilt from him, if that makes sense. Alright, cool.
Come away, a human child, to the waters and the wild, with a very infant, for the world's so full of weeping fun you can understand.
and the fairy told me, when the people met you, the fairies will remain, because evil lurks in every form, and memories will drown you in the blackened sands of pain. Come away, a human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the warmth of the love weeping than you can understand.
Alright, next song. Okay, so this is like a chapter 1, I guess. In terms of... Ooh! Autoplay, you fucker. Anyways, in terms of like chapter 1, chapters, I guess, this would be chapter 1. It's kind of like a two-part, not really a two-part story. It was supposed to be more than that. Ended up being a two-part story though, because, yeah. Yeah, Oliver plays this role of this kid who gets abused, escapes the abusive home, and dies. I mean, yeah, that's kind of obvious. But, yeah, so he escapes the abusive home and dies, but before that, it's also kind of, speculation on the... It's about, like, what's it? The system that a lot of orphans go through. It's based on that. It's like the... What's it called? It's the something system, like a housing system for orphans. When they go through, like, temporary homes, and, you know, a lot of these... When foster children, right, go into these temporary homes, a lot of them get abused. It's kind of based on that reality, if that makes sense. It's... In this story, there's actually 2 other boys. There's 3 foster children, in this sense. But these foster children, are being very much abused by their caregiver, in this case. Foster system. Thank you! So, in this story, in this foster system, 3 boys were getting very much heavily abused by their carers, their caregivers, and in this case, there was one singular caregiver who was supposed to be this guy. He's never really shown up. He doesn't really show up as a character because he's dead, and that's where the story starts, because he's dead. And basically, it starts with these 3 kids escaping, and each path they take. So it was supposed to be these 3 kids. I don't know their names anymore. There's Oliver, then there's Fukasaid, then there's this Chinese Vocaloid who's like blue hair, I guess. Blue hair, blue eyes, Chinese young boy Vocaloid. Anyways, those 3 were supposed to be the main characters of the story, and it's about what happened after they escaped the foster system. In this case, one of them murders. Like, all 3 of them actually do kind of help in the murder of their caregiver, and they do take different paths in life. The first path was Oliver's, which is not being able to accept and just not being able to move on. And then he, jumps off a building, dies. But then there's the other 2, which I haven't really been able to do. One of them reacts in very much so anger, rather than, the melancholy sadness that this song is. And the anger that he goes through actually propels him forward in life. Because he's so angry, he lives out of spite. That's his whole story. That was supposed to be because, of course, redhead, anger. And then Oliver was pretty much the depressing one. And then there's so one is being stopped in the past, right? One is being propelled to the future. The third one, with a Chinese Vocaloid kid, I don't remember his name anymore. Anyway, yeah, he was supposed to have a different story. I think his one was actually the most hopeful, if that makes sense. He turns himself in. So, in the blue-haired kid, right? he turns himself in, and basically what he does is he chooses to start fresh. He knows that he's a foster kid, like, he's in the foster system without many, adults to help him. But even then, he decides to trust in the world around him and say that, well, it's not all bad, Big L is like, because it's a sci-fi world, because I like sci-fi, I guess. Big L is like their robot butler. And he knows about these 3 kids. He knows what they're going through. But he can't do anything about it. Because in this is a world where there's the 3 laws, the 3 principles of robotics. Not robotics, but like, it's basically the AI laws, which is don't hurt anyone, don't hurt yourself. And don't hurt anyone, don't hurt yourself, and there's another one of the 3 AI principles, which I forgot. But basically the 3 AI principles state that he can't do anything. Asimov's rules! Laws of robotics! Yes! Okay. Actually, let me look it up, because it's based on, his regulations are based on Asimov's rules, which a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. So it's the only thing that he doesn't follow is inaction, right? He doesn't follow through with inaction. A robot must obey orders given it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict the first law. And a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. It's kind of loosely based on these Asimov rules. But basically, what happens is that at first, the reason why these kids aren't caught, and the reason why these kids aren't, like, they're sought out because they murdered someone. At the same time, they only know it through this case, which his story is like a minor chapter. The minor chapter being that he is a robot that pled guilty to the murder of his own owner, or whatever, right? Because he knows what the kids have gone through, and because he has more heart for the kids. The whole story was that he covers for them, pretty much. And, well, that's the story. Well, it'll be more obvious if you hear it. All of us kind of play a different role in this. I kind of play the role of a quote-unquote detective, or any human being, like adult human being, is my role. The kids' roles are the 3 Vocaloids. Big Al's role is Big Al's role. Good job.
"2043, December 28. The crime scene up in the mansion where the android sat. Being taken to custody, he gazed at his hands, whispering about some fairies and a child's land. In the seat where he's caged, you'll have to sit with him alone. He's no use to us, but I'll put him on the phone.
My name is Al. I am not man. You hate me now, but can't you see? I did this all for the sake. It's all for the sake. It's all for the sake. It's over. I will not run when the lights go.
Al, Al, what's your alibi?
I must run to the man I hate the most.
Al, Al, why are you trying to hide?
There is no justice for what he has done.
Al, Al, it's no use to lie.
Even though all the boys are just fooling.
Al, Al, what's your alibi?
You never hear what I have to say.
Listen closely here, Al, to what I'm gonna say. There's been rumors about this man, they say that you have slain. I cannot save you if you lie. You're no use to the case. I need some info on this man and the boys he erased.
Through choking him, I saved my life. Dark holes, lonely walls were all I saw. So turn me off, I will not fight. Even your love cannot save me now. He can't save me now. He won't save me now. So be it. I'll die my hands that created me.
Al, Al, what's your alibi?
I must run to taste for what he has done.
Al, it's no use to lie.
Even though I'm the noise on his feeling.
Al, what's your alibi?
You never hear what I have to say. Scars on my hands, did it not proof? I am on the flaw in the programming, caught in the act. All that I had, the little boys that all ran away. They all ran away. They all ran away. So be it, I'll die protecting who I love.
They didn't love you, Al. They used you like a pawn. Ballistics positive you struggled and scratched up their arms. We know the kids have run. They're never coming back. Your master's gone and now you've got one task left to attack. You say you choked him, right? You say that this was your fault. You smeared your hands on his neck, erased the fingerprints. But we have seen the truth. The tissues underneath his nails, the thing with androids is that they don't have DNA. Al, what's your alibi?
I'm part of a family you unknown.
Al, why are you trying to hide?
There is no justice for what he has done.
Al, it's no use to lie.
Even the family cannot take his rage.
Al, what's your alibi?
You never feel what I have to take. My name is Al. I am not man. You hate me now, but can't you see? I did this all for the sake. It's all for the sake. It's all for the sake. It's over, I will not run.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, as you can tell what the song's about, as I already explained, yeah, it's about shitty people. This song is a song about shitty people. The reason why I say shitty people is because this song again is about treating children not as humans, robots not as humans. Even though we, like to say that we treat people equally, we don't really. If we don't understand it, we won't treat them equally. We won't listen to them. We won't even try. That's the song. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I got the question about the this will be the last bit of my stream probably because it's gonna be like a good 30 minutes to explain this or some more. I don't know. But another story that this one I completed. This story is there's nothing on the other side. I actually have never explained this story, so I'll explain kind of in depth, but I'll have to like show the music along the way. So in this case, I'll be playing through each song and then explaining it, if that makes sense. Alright, cool, and again, the last song on the album is not up on YouTube, but there is a reason for that. There is nothing on the other side. It's supposed to be an open-ended story, right? And because it's like a whole concept album, this What Happens When We Die song is not up on YouTube. The whole reason why this is not up on YouTube is quite literally because you don't have to know. You don't have to know. It is a part of the story. It's more like a epilogue, if that makes sense. It's because this story is open-ended. It ends however way you want it, and quite literally, Minotaur's Wrath should be the final chapter. What Happens When We Die is an extra. That's why it's not on YouTube. Anyways, first song, here we go, To Kill God. Okay, I have to, like, first of all, give background information on the characters. So, the character that you see in the first thumbnail, right? The girl with long hair. She is the main character of this story. Let me see. This girl. So this girl who you're facing the back of, this is actually a scene in the last song, which I'll explain later. but There's Nothing on the Other Side is about this girl who is kind of crazy. So the background of this story is that it's pretty much about generational cults. Generational cults. Yes, it is about generational cults. This story is set in like the boonies in Canada somewhere. The reason why I chose Canada is because you can't get the fuck away from any small town you're in. Like, it's basically impossible unless you have a car. And even if you have a car, you might not make it to another town or whatever, so yeah. Story set in Canada. There's this one small town which has a kind of cult. As in, like, many of the people there look alike. Very pale skin, very pale hair. Weak people. Not weak as in, like, mentally, but, like, frail people. They can withstand the cold very well, but not many people enter their circle. And if you do enter your circle, it's probably because you live nearby, and the only thing really there nearby is a Native American settlement, or Native Canadian settlement, I guess. Indigenous people. There's a reserve nearby. And sometimes people from the reserve get out of the reserve and are able to go to that town, which is, again, the nearest only thing that they have to the outside world. This story is about a girl who was born between an indigenous person and a guy from the, cult. The whole reason why that exists is because of the generational cult. And because of that, it's so hard to get into, as a person living in a family there. And it's basically about the story of a man, a woman, and their daughter. The woman, I'll explain this as the story goes along, but the woman is the indigenous person in this case. She's fully indigenous. Man is cult guy. Very pale skin, very pale hair. That's basically the setting. Pale skin, pale hair. Indigenous lady is, again, indigenous lady. She's normal. Normal? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I mean, I consider myself normal. It's like kind of tan skin, dark hair, Anyway, indigenous lady is indigenous lady. Pale man is pale man. They have a kid in college. It's an accidental pregnancy. That's the only thing they have in that town, college. And her family did, quote unquote, escape the reserve. But they're not doing well financially. So this is the mother I'm speaking about, right? The mother grows up in that town of cult. And she doesn't fit in, of course not. She doesn't look like anyone else, not to mention they're all into something that she doesn't know about. So this is the story of their daughter. First chapter, here we go.
I am not of man, but divinity. Delusional as it may seem, I walk amongst God. There among the creators, the secret of life. I walk towards forbidden knowledge. I cannot die. There is power in this world, power I possess. Do what you will to oppose me, I will not rest. Up above there is a God that doesn't care for his creation, and I know why I'm here. I know that I can replace him. My mission here on this earth, my mission here in this life. I exist for the people, I exist of the light. Call me crazy, but I know I am all powerful. It's just a matter of time, I know I cannot die. Of something greater, I have lived and I will rise. I'm alive. I will fly, I cannot die. Something calls me to the skies. I was made to kill God. There is no doubt in my mind, there is no one that can stop me. Unhinged and crawling with delusions, I accept my fate. I am the most important, I am the powerful one. All the riches that are fated to me will not fail. Yet the people stop me, they give me medicine. They tell me God is a concept, an abstract battle, know that I am God. Man dreams of something greater. I have lived and I will rise. I'm alive. I will fly, I cannot die. Something calls me to the skies. I was made to kill God. What's the truth? Medicated, I begin to see reason. I am but a man, but am I really a person? Now the mania's gone, and I see myself grounded. Will I let the dream go, or let reality slip? I don't know my fate. I don't know what's true. These delusions tell me I am more than you. I don't know my fate. I don't know what's true. These delusions tell me I am more than you. Man dreams of something greater. I have lived and I will rise. I'm alive. I will fly, I cannot die. Something calls me to the skies. I was made to kill God.
Okay, before the next song, the first chapter is clearly about the main character girl, right? So she's mentally ill. She's mentally ill. That's, yeah. She was mentally ill in the wrong time in the wrong place, which is quite literally where this all starts. Oh, yeah. On Earth as it is in Heaven, yeah, it's part of this album. It's one of the chapters later on, but yeah. So this chapter basically is about the perspective of this girl. She grew up in a highly religious family. Basically, God was a part of her everyday life. She grew up in a cult. But, think of this as a Christian-based cult, because that's most of the cults that I know around, you know? But anyway, so because it's a Christian-based cult, she grew up around this idea of God, and she's mentally ill, so of course she wants to kill it, or them, or whatever. Any higher power, she wants to kill God. She's manic. Becomes manic when she doesn't have medication. That's the bit. But from this chapter to the next, something happens. In this story, in this chapter, right? She actually gets put into the psych ward and is given meds. It's not really a psych ward much. There's not... people don't really look at the patients. It's a very small town with a very small hospital. The best they can do is just put her inpatient. So, basically, anyone can slip her in anything that the hospital isn't aware of. In this case, the only person who does visit her is her dad. Which leads to the next chapter! Haha! Hey, death. Alright. Okay. Hey. Alright, okay. I guess I have to do this. Alright. I want this. Alright, let's go.
I don't want this. In the arms of a god, I look up from the bloodstains now engraved in my heart. A child deranged, determined to fight. A god sitting on his throne, he has killed a girl tonight. I the weapon, weeping in his arms. There is nothing but dissonance, this hell that I have wrought. He says I'll be rewarded, and there is heaven in my sights. On the day that I die, I will be saved from my plight. I'll take my life, for I have killed my own daughter. Never wanted to do this, but I am forced now to comply. In the name of my faith or in the name of my family, I did what I was told, yet I am punished with guilt. Dear child, you were always ill, but does that give me the right to put you out of your misery? Forgive me, my child. Forgive me, dear God. In the name of a God, I do condemn all the sinners that live without reason. We are not the same, my enlightenment, it will wipe off the stains from this treason. Yet is this right or am I wrong to judge a child for their condition? I don't want to do this, and all I hope is that heaven forgive me for this. What have I done? Who have I become? I killed a child who had sinned. She was one of my own. Holy powers that be, save me from these hands. I have done what was right, yet am I still in the wrong? Blind belief in a God, blind belief in his powers. A girl deranged with psychosis, a soul now tainted with blood, her spirit stained with the darkness. I could never understand. She chose to fight against a power we could never disobey. Was I wrong? Was I right? Was I wrong? Was I? In the name of a God, I do condemn all the sinners that live without reason. We are not the same, my enlightenment, it will wipe off the stains from this treason. Yet is this right or am I wrong to judge a child for their condition? I don't want to do this, and all I hope is that heaven forgive me for this. Forgive me, my child. Forgive me, dear God. I know not what I have done. I know not what I've become. There's a darkness in our hearts. I am blinded by the light my God bestowed upon me, to have my child sacrificed for the better good, for the good of us all. She never knew his existence, yet she wanted to fight. To kill a God, she said, to kill a God and be free. There's no light without her, there's no sinner here. Heaven knows not the good, the people did as they lived, but the sins are illuminated, and I realize if I kill myself, I will not be forgiven. But if I kill myself now, can I meet you at the gates, negotiate a deal? I know the devil wants me. If I kill myself now, can you take my soul instead? There's a child I loved, there's a God that gave me everything I ever wanted in this lifetime. Tell me, child, what's it like on the other side? I don't know why I ask, for I won't meet you there. Forgive me, my child. Forgive me, dear God. I know not what I have done. I know not what I've become. In the name of a God, I do condemn all the sinners that live without reason. We are not the same, my enlightenment, it will wipe off the stains from this treason. Yet is this right or am I wrong to judge a child for their condition? I don't want to do this, and all I hope is that heaven forgive me for this rope.
Okay, yeah, so second chapter, to explain really lightly, because it mostly explains itself, I think. This is the father. This is the perspective of the father. His role in the cult is quite literally a punisher, if that makes sense. He punishes people who go out of line, or who the god, quote unquote in this case, deems to go out of line. In this case, though, it was his own daughter. In terms of his job, he's supposedly, I was thinking like honestly, like pharmacy med. The reason why pharmacy med is that he, deals with medication. He basically knows which meds can kill someone very intimately. He's a very intelligent person, but because of his, background as a medical professional, people don't suspect him. People don't suspect that he's so close to the cult that he knows who the god of the cult is. This is a cult that doesn't only have a following within the city, but also outside as well, though not many people know about it. There's a reason for this. The cult started out as this whole religious thing in that one city, that one settlement of like pretty much these really pale people. The issue then becomes that it's basically like a clan thing. It's not only just a cult, but it's also the fact that it's a clan. It's a clan of very pale, very beautiful, very intelligent people. Again, it ties into a lot of themes about racism and thinking that Aryan race superior, that kind of shit. But the whole issue is that he is one of the top of the cult because of what he has. And what he has is a very good brain, very good features, a frail body, and a frail mind. Again, results of years and generations of inbreeding, pretty much. So, because of that, his daughter was seen running her mouth, quite literally, saying that she will kill God. The things that no one really knows what she means. When he says she shouldn't have known, this is the best he's tried to do. The best he's tried to do to protect his daughter, because he actually does love her. The best he's tried to do to protect his daughter is to say that the God doesn't exist. Basically, that the God is a figment of her imagination. Even though everyone brings it up in the town and makes her feel like she's crazy, it doesn't exist. God doesn't exist as a concept. In this world, it's like our own. So, God is a belief system, you know? It's something you believe in, the higher power, but it's not real. Though, in the background, there is a God. There's a God controlling the city, the town they're in. But no one can leave. Which ties into the whole theme of the story, which is about not being able to escape where you come from. And generational cults and religion and shit. So yeah. As you know what happened in the second chapter, he is the Punisher. That's his job. He punishes her with death. As in, he basically slips medication into whatever she's drinking. Medication enough to kill her. Her heart stops. And before she goes brain dead, this is about, like, he doesn't know what happens at this point. He just put in the medication and left. He couldn't stand to be in the hospital at that point. Because he loves his daughter so much, he considers her one of his only family. And he actually does have a lot of love for the people around him, especially also the mother. It's just not shown. The reason why is because he couldn't show it. He didn't know it was possible to do so. So he's one of the people who's very much a victim of generational cults. Being like, I know that there's a better life out there, but I don't know how to get to it. Yeah, it's sweet in the deranged way, pretty much. Yeah. So what he does is, in order to save her life, in a crazy cult religious way, he gives up his own life. Basically, he makes a deal with the devil. I know the devil wants me, so take me instead, is the whole message of this song. I don't want this, take me instead. I can't take back what I did, but if I could trade my soul for hers, I will. Then the next chapter happens. Or more like it's kind of happening at the same time. It's actually really just a span of a few days, like a week or something, which is kind of wild considering what's going on. But so chapter 3 is from the perspective of, this time not the father but the mother, who I have already mentioned her background story. She's an indigenous person who, second generation indigenous person. She was able to get out of her family was able to get out of the reserve. They kind of moved there, but she didn't really fit in ever, and nor did her family ever fit in. So she kind of grew up in that society where she was isolated either way. So again, her first relationship and her worst, and the one where she got pregnant in, was when she was in college. Yeah, this is what happened.
23, there's no new marks on me. I do know one day that things will start to change for the better. Day 24, withdrawal symptoms be gone. Today I wrote another letter I will never send. If the kid saw me now, I wonder would she be proud? I am thriving on my own, and there is life in me. There are doubts in my mind, and these scars on my arms. If I aim to redeem myself, I have to move on. 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 Lived on my own, I'll die alone. Everyone has a death wish, and I can't atone. Try all I might, there's a weight on my shoulders. Cry all the time, I'll medicate when I'm older. Day 27, almost a month has passed. I think I'll reach my mark, there's still no scars on my arms. Day 28, I'll meet my therapist today, and if I still have time, I'll send these letters off. Day 29, and I still feel fine. I checked the news today, there was a little story from a town I grew up in. From a college I dropped out, a man was found dead, hanging somewhere in the campus. Self-medicate to ease the pain. Self-medicate, this chaos I can't take. Self-medicate when everything is destroyed. All these things that I feel, drown it down with a pill. This blinding pain that I feel, the only thing that's real. The only thing that's real. Lived on my own, I'll die alone. Everyone has a death wish, and I can't atone. Try all I might, there's a weight on my shoulders. Cry all the time, I'll medicate when I'm older. Day 0, I crashed and burned again. Resurfacing of my own trauma, the weight of the news. When I close my eyes, I can't escape that view. The man that died on that tree, he was someone that I knew. He was someone that I knew.
So yeah, in Self-Medicate, it's a story about the mom side. Very much so. The mother and father do care about their kid quite a lot. But they didn't end up working out. As in, because she was in college and she got pregnant when she was in college, they were both in college. I imagine both for medical school. So I do assume them to be both very smart people. The issue with the mother in this case was that she already had addictions. Because again, she didn't really fit in growing up in the town, especially. So the way she coped was with self-harm and medication. This whole title of the song is self-medication because it's something she's struggled with her whole life. And this is basically a town where the reserve is near, drugs are kind of easy to get. Not to mention, because she looks more like she is an indigenous person and she has that background, she finds it easier to hang out with people, you know, her style, I guess. But she doesn't feel at home in either the reserve or the small town that she's in. So in the end, she kind of isolates herself and uses medication as a crutch. The whole story in that third chapter is about her trying to get clean, and as you know, failing. It didn't even take a month. The issue was that it didn't take a month. Her longest streak, I believe, at that point had been 23 days. She was trying to get better for her family, for her daughter, that she honestly doesn't really know. Because she kind of, gave birth and left. Because she didn't want to deal with it. And she does intensely regret it. She was also very young at the time. But she didn't want to throw her life away, even though in the end that's kind of what she did. It's it's a sad story. Oh, also, hey, Claire's cool. So she regrets it immensely. And basically says that the best I can do at this point is to solve the murder of your father, the person I used to love, the person I had the child with, the person I had you with. And for you to, the you in this case is her daughter. She's saying, for you to have peace and for me to have peace, though I know I will not, I will solve the murder of your father with you. I know who killed him. That's the story. The next story is in the hospital, where, again, daughter wakes up. This is pretty much the scene played in the hospital. And one thing I want you to notice is that the child calls herself an orphan because she doesn't know she has a mother. And she doesn't know who that mother is, even if she did. She never saw her mother throughout her whole life. The only things she got from her, she didn't even get them from her father. Her father got letters that he was supposed to give to her, but because he cared so much about her and thought that she wouldn't, she'd be sad if she knew her mother was alive, he didn't end up giving it to her. So there's a bunch of letters that she's written to her child over the years, and his father just never gave it. He never showed it to his kid. Because it's easier that way, unfortunately. Anyways, chapter 4.
She wakes up in a hospital bed, the nurses whispering that her father is gone, he took his life, and there's a woman visiting her unit. She is dressed in all black, a fashion fit for someone's funeral bed. Are you good? The orphan turns away. The woman tilts her head slightly as she begins to pray. Father, Holy Spirit, may I have this moment? Please tell me that I am still alive. an apathetic mess. Her eyes staring through her. I know the feeling, kid. A glimpse of cuts on her wrist. The orphan looks away. Her eyes beginning to mist. She looks at her again. Can I say a prayer? The only thing she knew. The only thing she learned to see. There's a God above who doesn't care for you. There's a God above us all, and he won't tell us the truth. Holy Spirit, may I have this moment? Please tell me that I am still alive. Is there heaven when we die? 'Cause I no longer want to be here in this hell we call Earth. Is this purgatory? Or am I going insane to want death over all? To want to end this pain? Alone and outcast, I no longer know my name. When the spirits take me, I will no longer be afraid. I will no longer be afraid. After a silence passed, the woman glanced at her. I know who killed your father. I know he can be avenged. There's a God above who doesn't care for you. But there are gods among us, and they won't tell us the truth.
Okay, so yeah, chapter 4 is quite literally about, you know, the kid. At this point, all the kid really knows is that I'm gonna call the main character the kid. They don't exactly have names. I don't really choose names for them. I chose their backstory and shit and backgrounds, I guess, but they don't really have names. So anyway, the kid, at this point, isn't afraid of death. Basically, what they say is that it's something I've been through. It's something I've been through in the sense that, like, it's something that I've experienced. But when I have died, quote unquote, there was a time when my heart flatlined. Suicidal attempt. And anyways, so this is after, basically, the girl was supposed to die. But somehow, by some miracle, her flatlined heart comes back to life. This is after she wakes up and is a bit more recovered. Again, the mother comes to visit her. the kid doesn't know that she's the mother. She thinks that her mom is long gone, you know? The reason why she brings up those three names, Father, Mother, Holy Spirit, those are people that don't exist in her life. Like, people with the Holy Spirit, you know? So she thinks that she has no family anymore. And this kid's like a 14-year-old girl. I'm assuming, like 14-year-old girl. She's like young teenager, if that makes sense. She's going through a lot of shit. Not to mention, she just got almost attempted murder by her father. She doesn't know that, though. And again, her father's the only person she really trusted in this life. He shielded her from a lot of things, so she doesn't know much. All she really knows is that she has to pray. She has to give thanks to a god that she doesn't know exists. And it's been a big part of her life, religion in general, because it's a big part of life in living in that town. But the mother always felt that that was off. That's why she left. She didn't leave very far away. Most likely she went back into the reserve, which her parents had tried to escape from. But the issue is that, yeah, the only ties that the outside world she kind of does have right now is her mother, who is not telling her that she is her mother. She is basically saying, I know who killed your father. I know we can get revenge. There's some people who are not saying things in this town. I know where to look for. I know who to look for. And this is, on her part, years of, like, research. When she was in college, when she was growing up, she didn't understand what was going on. But as she left, she noticed things were off. Note that she grew up in this town. So her leaving the town, even for a little bit, because she can't really leave very far. This is, again, a fucking town in Canada in the boonies. It's kind of impossible to leave. Unless you have, like, a full tank of gas and enough money to keep getting gas. It's basically impossible. And but basically she has, like, a broken down sedan or some shit. Yeah. She doesn't have much. So, not to mention, she doesn't have a college education. Even if she leaves the town, she can't survive. She knows this. So, at this point, she had given up on her life and her own child's life as well. But one thing she never gave up on, and she's a very intelligent person, I have to remind you this, she never gave up on research. As in, she is not part of the cult, yet she knows who the cult leader is, which is a big clue in this story. And the next chapter is about the cult leader, said cult leader, who is also a kid. I'll explain once I get to the next chapter, but On Earth as it is Heaven is pretty much a song about how cults act like in the modern day and age. Like, think of this as like 2020. Yeah, 2020 kinda. It's like when the coronavirus started like popping off, the plague was happening, and this is the explanation of that. The reason why people get into cults in the first place, and it's not really a perspective from the cult leader, because the cult leader, one thing I want you to notice is that the cult leader doesn't really have thoughts. Like, the thoughts are usually, these chapters are written in different perspectives of different people, but this is not the perspective of the cult leader. This is the perspective of the cult followers who are watching the cult leader's stream. Again, no one really knows what the cult leader is thinking because he never says it. God is a girl, God is a boy, God is a child. Yes, yes. Okay, anyways, yeah. On Earth as it is Heaven. As I want to say before, like, I play the song, that, again, the reason why they thought they were the superior race and the cult happened in the first place was because they were so pretty. Literally. They're pretty and smart. That's their attributes. Pretty and smart, but they're very, very frail, as in, like, physically frail. Reason for that's because the generations of inbreeding. No one can leave the fucking town. So how do cults spread in this modern day and age? Online. Online. This is that.
On earth as it is in heaven, he types out. Chat reacts, the crowd's going wild now. Stream heaven, your god's live and online. In the digital world, your propaganda's on time. On the screen, he smiles back, his beautiful face. The boy with pale skin grins, his audience in place. How we feeling today? I'm feeling so swell. Blessed light upon me, you will feel as well. Chat flows up, praise be you, flooding into your screen. But I am not a god, I am just your average being. Praise be thy name, all it takes is just your face to lead the war. Kill for your faith, all at stake. To win the war, to win the war. Impossible odds, killed by science. Magic throbs in holy defiance. Just a child, he is awake. Our savior comes through non-compliance. And the chat goes wild, there is no stopping them now. It is an echo chamber, there is no reasoning how. Like an ant to its queen, they look above to him. And like a man with a view, he doesn't care for it. We have a guest today. The camera turns to intruders, a woman and her daughter. The latter shaking in fear, what shall we do with them? The chat reacts accordingly. Let's play a game then, shall we? His eyes gaze piercingly through. Praise be thy name, all it takes is just your face to lead the war. Kill for your faith, all at stake. To win the war, to win the war. Impossible odds, killed by science. Magic throbs in holy defiance. Just a child, he is awake. Our savior comes through non-compliance. There's a battle for freedom, in a battle for life. Choose your leader, they said, with a gun and a knife. Given no choice to argue, they chose a figurehead. But when the game goes too far, who takes the blame for the fallen? Anti-science, anti-pills, anti-medicine. When the government fails, who will be your god? Anti-logic, anti-compromise, no supervision. When the war has begun, who will save you now? Who will save you now? Praise be thy name, all it takes is just your face to lead the war. Kill for your faith, all at stake. To win the war, to win the war. Impossible odds, killed by science. Magic throbs in holy defiance. Just a child, he is awake. Our savior comes through non-compliance. Violence, humanity. His eyes are empty as his gaze pierces through to you. If there is one thing we know, it's that we never will know to model Earth as it will be in heaven.
Okay, so there's a reason why the song is written like this. It's this is actually a trick song, and everything with the cult leader is a trick song, because every song with the cult leader in it is not actually from his perspective. The reason being is that this kid's like 16 years old. He doesn't really know the outside world. Again, he's too frail to really venture outside. Even if he wanted to, he's more like a pawn. He's a puppet. And the whole thing about this is that it is generational cults. He's saying words, but does he know anything else? This is the reason why the, chorus is crazy like this. Like, it's quite literally saying weird shit that normal people wouldn't think about. It was my kind of way of like emulating what the anti-vaxxer mindset is kind of like. Because again, this is during the coronavirus. This specific part. Impossible odds, killed by science, magic throbs in holy defiance. Just a child, he is awake. Our savior comes through non-compliance. This, the reason why this song exists the way it is because there are adults out there who want to believe in something impossible. And this cult is the best gateway drug for that. Think of this kid as like a popular-ish Twitch streamer or whatever. He's a streamer. That's how he spreads his religion. But literally because his face again, the best thing about him is his face and his sharp mind. Everything else he is incapable. He lives in a very small world. And as smart as he thinks he is, he doesn't actually know what he's doing. That's the story. The trick question here is that who is the real antagonist? Because it's not the cult leader. The cult leader is a puppet for something bigger. Anyways, next chapter. Alright. Minotaur's Wrath is very much so like a scene that happens within the story. Not exactly, you know, not exactly a concept thing like the rest of the things were. But this is like one of the most important chapters. And like described as, you know, the final boss. So I said it was a Twitch stream, right? What do you do in Twitch streams? You play games, you fucking, you know, live stream shit, talk about your life, whatever. So he's a live stream, right? He plays video games. Oh, interesting. Okay. Anyways, so yeah. Yeah, thanks for the fanfic, finding the fanfic, Nigma. If you could send to me on my Discord server, that'd be cool. I'll definitely read it. But yeah, so chapter 6, which is quote unquote the last chapter. It's the last open-ended chapter. Basically, what happens is that he finds the intruders being mother and kid. What happens next? They get strapped to a chair with a gun put to their heads. As in, like, there's a contraption with a gun. Think of it like something, it's not people, who's actually, oh, Gen Chat. But yeah, think of it as, like, not people who's literally physically holding a gun to their heads, but, like, a contraption of some sort, that if they lose, the gun will be shot. Yeah. Then, again, because they're strapped to the seat, until the game is over, they cannot leave. This game is pretty much, think of it like Doom. Like old school Doom, right? Like a maze runner thing, if that makes sense. So you're in a maze. You have to run from this being called the Minotaur. The Minotaur is, if you know what the lore of the Minotaur is, again, Greek philosophy, Greek stories, Roman folklore, Greek folklore, I guess. But the Minotaur is an abomination. Quite literally, an abomination of like a god and a woman who was born. People were so terrified of him that they put him in a maze. He is quote unquote the god of that maze, but then again, he's the only one in it. So that's where this comes in. He is the god, but he's not free. He's a puppet. He's something bigger. This is them, like, fighting on this digital stage. Mouse and keyboard, they're going against this god. I'll explain the details of the story and how this all pans out later, but yeah.
There's a gun to their heads and computer screens, video games on the console, some avatars, a giant bull on the screen, and the maze with white walls. Only thing on the title, the Minotaur. Get ready to run, a voice blows from the speakers. Chat is revving up for murder and a death scene. Shaky hands on the keyboard, what happens if we win? The final battle begins. Who will be left standing, a mother or a god? Who will live through the challenge, the worthy one? Is there life beyond belief, beyond sacrifice? Is there something on the other side when I die? Either eaten alive or left to rot in a maze. If the Minotaur's a god, why is he stuck in this place? There's no heaven with freedom, no justice without war. There is nothing on the other side, nothing at all. Rules are simple, escape from the Minotaur. In the white-walled maze, there is no view of the exit. No one's ever made it out if you're alive, so there's no chance you will win, you will not survive. Everyone must die, only one left standing. If you find the exit first, you are free to go. But if I find you before that, I will eat you alive. Let the games begin. A mother or a god who will live through the challenge, the worthy one. Is there life beyond sacrifice? Is there something on the other side when I die? Either eaten alive or left to rot in the maze. If the Minotaur's a god, why is he stuck in this place? There's no heaven with freedom, no justice without war. There is nothing on the other side, nothing at all. Can you escape the wrath of the Minotaur? Will you destroy a god that has given you life? There is only so much that a kid can take. There is only death in its wake. Will you escape the wrath of the Minotaur as you witness a god within all his grace? The souls of the forgotten lay in waste. There is only so much that a kid can fake. Can they escape the wrath of the Minotaur? No, there is no god, he doesn't walk among us. There is only so much that a kid can take. There is only so much that a kid can hate. Determination to live and the cunning to survive. Think for yourself and live out your life. Indoctrinated by a god that looks down on you. Restricted by his beliefs of which there is no proof. Battle ends. Who will be left standing? A child or a god? Who will live through the challenge? The worthy one. Is there life beyond belief, beyond sacrifice? Is there something on the other side when I die? Either eaten alive or left to rot in a maze. If the Minotaur's a god, why is he stuck in this place? There's no heaven with freedom, no justice without war. There is nothing on the other side, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Okay, well, yeah, so the story, this chapter, right, has a lot of things in it. It kind of spans a long bit of the story because it's the most important part. But basically what happens is that the mother and the child, the kid, both are put in the maze. They're all in the same digital stage. And what happens is that the mother is found first. The reason why they bring up sacrifice, is there a life beyond sacrifice, is because the mother actually sacrifices herself. What happens is that she sees the kid and sees the Minotaur in the same place. If the Minotaur turned to her direction, he would see her, and she wouldn't be able to run. So what she does is she catches the Minotaur's attention. Because she catches the Minotaur's attention, she gets eaten alive. As in, when I think it's specifically yeah, either this course, at the start of this course, who will be left standing, a mother or a god? She's very much seen as the bigger threat here. Like, throughout the story, there's a reason why it's only a mother or a god. There's only two choices. And in the last chorus, there's only a child left. The reason why there's a difference there is because at that point, the mother is dead. She has been eaten alive, which is shot in the head. But the kid, what they don't know is that, what the Minotaur doesn't know, is that while he killed her, while he killed his mother, while he killed the kid's mother, she had found an exit. The first one to ever do so. And when she found the exit, again, remember I mentioned that they were bound to a chair. The bounds were lifted, so she was able to escape. When she found the exit in the virtual world, she was literally given an exit in real life. What he didn't expect was that she would take the gun that was pointed at her head with her. So there was a pistol pointed at her head with a contraption. She took that pistol. And ironically enough, she becomes the one who kills God as the story starts out, she literally finds his room, shoots him in the back of the head, and the last bit of the story there's nothing on the other side, nothing at all. In the end, God or man, there's nothing beyond death. So yeah, the final battle ends with her killing God, and she leaves. She leaves the house. That's where the last chapter starts. Oh, I guess epilogue in this kid. Kid kills kid, calls it killing God. Yeah, pretty much though. That's the things that, yeah, that is actually what happens. A child kills another child, but at the same time kills a cult. In this case, no one really knows what happens to the cult afterwards. There doesn't need to really be an explanation. It's just that all the cult members know is that this god stopped. They don't know what happened. Maybe they heard a bang. Maybe they saw the streaming equipment like crash. They don't know what happened. That's why there's no definitive end to this, because every song that the cult leader is in, it's not from the perspective of the cult leader. It's from the perspective of everyone watching him. So, yeah, God complex taken seriously. Pretty much, dude. Like, that's the story. So, the last chapter is the final chapter from the perspective of the girl. Despite not knowing what happened, or the full story of what happened, everything that runs through her mind, ironically enough, is everything that already happened, everything that was already explained. It's a return to form, if you will.
I imagine it's like sleeping, a dreamless lullaby. I imagine it's a long rest when we have to say goodbye. I don't have all the answers, I don't have a reason why, but when we slip into darkness, I would like to know, is there something on the other side when we die? Is there nothing there? Have we always been right? If a heaven exists and there's a God above us, then what happens to the people who see hell at night? Is there a God above? Will we see eye to eye? When we meet our makers, what happens when we die? What happens when we die? I want to live, I want to try to stay alive. It will bring us down, though I want to cry. We don't live to die. I never asked to be born, I never asked for this life. For the hardships it's caused, I wouldn't know if it's worth trying to stay alive, trying to fight this endless sleep. All I wanted was rest, but all it wanted was me. When did I lose my way to no longer fear the reaper, to feel its scythe on my throat and yet continue to breathe? Cause when I think of death, I think of sweet release, and what I wanted to live for I no longer remember. But as the clock strikes 12, another dawn is approaching. To rest in peace, I'll find another reason to live. Is there a God above? Will we see eye to eye? When we meet our makers, what happens when we die? What happens when we die? I want to live, I want to try to stay alive. It will bring us down, though I want to cry. We don't live to die. Father stay alive. I still have yet to die, to live, to die. I want to try to stay alive. I still don't want to die. Is there a God above? Will we see eye to eye? When we meet our makers, what happens when we die? What happens when we die? I want to live, I want to try to stay alive. Fate won't bring us down, though I want to cry. We don't live to die. To live, to die, I want to try to stay alive. I still have yet to die, to live, to die. I want to try to stay alive. I still don't want to die. But as the clock strikes 12, another dawn is approaching. To rest in peace, I'll find another reason to live. I'll find another reason to live.
Yeah. So that's the true end to the story. The true end being that this kid who was, you know, killed God, killed the only God she knew, yet still went up and went forth. Because in the end, she wasn't bound to anything. She chose to just walk away at the end of it all. And the biggest message here is that we don't know what's on the other side. There might be something, there might not be. When I died, right? When my heart stopped beating, I didn't see anything. That's what this main story is about. Because they say your life flashes before your eyes. They say you see heaven, a light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't see anything. And based on that experience, this whole story came about. Like, there is nothing on the other side, right? You know? You might as well live for living. We don't live to die. And in the end, like all most of my other stories, it's a story about hope. Walking away despite everything. And at that point, it's a good time to fucking end stream because I'm so tired. Oh my god. Dude, my social battery is depleted and my back is cricking and cracking. So I will be going. Peace. Thank you for tuning into stream. And this will be up, I guess. Yeah, I'll fucking keep it up. Reason why, because the fucking story explanation. Might as well. Thanks, Liquid. Bye, y'all.